Welcome back to Studio Shangri-La podcast. This episode is resuming course on maximizing human regenerative processes. This is part 3, the human circuit, the infinite self. And for a listing of references, please see the original article post on the website, studioshangri-la.maison. The human circuit, the infinite self. Transformation from archetypical self to infinite self is both philosophical and physiological. The infinite self is multifaceted and malleable. To be experienced, one must allow it. An archetype is a model or example that can be copied or emulated. In mythology and literature, a common archetype is the hero, and a classic hero's journey is that of Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey. Another well-known example of the journeying hero is Siddhartha Gautama. In a way, all people personify this archetype in the journey of life. And this is one reason why these epic stories are so popular. In 1959, psychoanalyst Carl Jung published The Archetypes and Their Collective Unconscious, in which he described 12 character variations. They were based on historical accounts, the work of previous philosophers, and mythological literature. There were 12 archetypes. Archetypes, yet also stereotypes, have been somewhat embedded into cultures, for better or worse. And though Shakespeare wrote All the World's a Stage, the archetypes perhaps fit dramatic entertainment best. In the interest of evolution, there must be some kind of change or improvement, and not just copies, copying copies, or copying a story. In reality, a person is an infinite self who can inhabit multiple roles at once. A person doesn't necessarily fit a singular mold or model. Biologically, a human being is the complex, evolutionary genetic aggregate and distillation of all that came before, and so contains a multitude. There are plenty of examples, though, of those who conform especially to one role or archetype and to associated hierarchies. Very clear examples of this are soldiers in the military or members of royal families. The individual or ego mind may choose to play within certain cultural constructs, or may just go along with it to be honest. Yet, the universal mind is all encompassing and has no limits. Anaxagoras of Greece, or Hellas as it was once called, is documented as having discussed universal or cosmic mind, Nu, in 5th century BCE. He was influenced by ancient Egyptian Kemetic cosmogony. Anaxagoras was influenced by this cosmogony, in which Nu was the primordial waters, or chaos. Some concurrent metaphysics and cosmogonies came from the Vedic and the Indus River Valley civilizations, what is modern India. They also came from China, Qin, Maya, and Persian, as well as, again, innumerable undocumented goings on around the globe. Trade, of course, facilitated the exchange of all these ideas. Hindu, Egyptian, and Greek cosmologies adopted the use of deities as characterizations to represent aspects of nature. Egyptian or Kemetic hieroglyphs represented cosmic concepts as well as the everyday. The aforementioned Nu was the original substance from which was birthed the universe. Cosmologies, ancient and modern, have much in common because of the common experience of existence itself. What's different are the languages and the vocabularies, the breadth of understanding and level of detail have always been increasing. The living cosmic mind, or consciousness, could be equated, in essence, to the unified field in physics and to concepts of God. And dark matter sounds something like Nu. On the humanly visible level of reality, mechanics and physics apply. On the infinitesimal and cosmic levels, metaphysics and quantum physics apply. We really participate in all and partake of both. Consider the cosmic force known as electromagnetism, which encapsulates electric currents, magnetic fields, and the general interaction of particles. At all times, this force and these particles surround us and flow through us. The human body is a conductor of electricity. A conductor absorbs and allows for flow of energy in one or more directions. And one function of our cells' membranes is to allow positively charged ions across the barrier in order to generate electricity that's crucial to our function. So, signal flow is pervasive within and without. When people talk about being in flow or flow state, there is indeed an electromechanical side to this feeling. The study of electricity and magnetism, or electromagnetism, branches from physics. Also connected, then, is the study and creation of electronics. Bioelectromagnetics, then, is the study of interactions between organisms and electromagnetic fields. Let's go back to the ancient for a moment. Two ancient health systems address bioelectromagnetic energy flow. Traditional Chinese medicine with meridians and the Hindu or Vedic chakra system. Respectively, life forces referred to as qi in Chinese medicine and prana in the Vedic system. There are 108 acupressure points along 12 main meridians or channels in Chinese medicine. And then there are 7 major chakra centers along the spine in the Vedic system, although more chakric points can be considered in the extremities, in addition to the central channel of the body. Both energetic systems are associated with the nervous, endocrine, and circulatory systems. Physical and metaphysical, seen and unseen, electromagnetic processes keep us running. Plus, an infinitude of other processes. When Walt Whitman wrote, "I sing the body electric," he was in fact very precise. And artistically, building circuits is the externalization of internal and natural mechanics. So, by extension, the creation of so-called AI, definitely a hot button topic of late, that helps us further deep learn ourselves. In the original article posting, there is a link to a fascinating and wonderful article by Alan Titorian called electrical architecture of the human body. And you can also find circuit diagrams of cell membranes. This is in the original post again. So this is a bit of a spoken aside here that the Alan Titorian article was an important reference and inspiration for this particular piece. Anyway, moving on. I'll repeat again. So, by extension, AI and electronics help us further deep learn ourselves. Because building circuits and the like is the externalization of the internal biological fascinating mechanics. When we sleep, we recharge our multi-level batteries. The muscles, for example, store energy. When we meditate, we can consciously affect neural circuitry and brainwaves, which, as discussed in the previous part of the article, brainwaves are a form of electromagnetic energy. And there's an ever increasing body of studies to support the benefits of different types of meditation in connection with these aforementioned ancient medical practices. All of this being renewed in a modern way. One way to make use of this practically is using directed chakra syllable mantras during meditation. This involves focusing on and passing or moving electromagnetic energy pulsations from one area of the body to the next until a bioelectric flow sensation is experienced. From the base of the spinal cord to the crown or top of the head. This charging from the electrostatic field can be energizing as well as relaxing. That is part of experiencing one's bioelectric field, although it doesn't go anywhere. And the easiest way to experience it, in addition to meditation, is quite simply to rub your palms together strongly for a minute. Concentrate on the energy which you are consciously stimulating or creating in your hands. Then separate them a little, palms facing, and move them a little closer and farther from each other, pushing back and forth. You might feel that same attractive force between your hands, pulsating like an orb. It is prana. And a wonderful thing to be aware of and explore. For more information on the resources and references cited in this article, you can visit the website. There is the original post, shortened for spoken word convenience. The website address is studioshangri-la.maison. This has been part 3, maximizing human regenerative processes. The human circuit, the infinite self. To reach out or find out more, please visit the website contact page. Up ahead, part 4. Thanks for listening to the Studio Shangri-La podcast.